Good morning, everybody. It's Cliff Yates live, vertical mode in YouTube. Hey, it's been a great week for me so far. I hope it has been for you too. If not, just remember, this is day one. Every day is a renewing of our mind and our opportunity to do the next right thing in the right way for the right reason. If you're new to the channel, hey, subscribe. I ask you to subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And we're growing a community of progress here. That's what it is, a community of progress. And so I've been learning a few things. You know, that's number one, get addicted to learning. Because if you do, you're going to be constantly growing. And that's the lesson in personal growth and self-improvement, is if we're not growing, we're dying. And so memento mori, as the Stoics would say, remember that we're mortal and know how much time is precious, not to panic, but so that we take more advantage of the time that we have left, which is today, what we have right now. All right, everybody, thanks for chiming in. I'd like to go live in a couple lessons. First lesson is going to really be about what I've been saying in my live broadcast when I go on these little trips to the gym and I broadcast on the way. A lot of times I'll say, I'm going raw and real because, number one, it lets you know this is not AI generated. This is real. I'm not talking on a teleprompter. I'm not talking with notes, so you know this is the real me. And like a lot of us, probably you too, you crave authenticity, things that are real, things that are not fake. And so I often say, hey, in a world where there's so much AI generated content, we really seek authenticity and things that are true and real. And so that's one of the reasons why I like to go live on YouTube, vertical mode. Number two, on vertical mode, I know that it shows up in the shorts feed. So people scrolling through the shorts feed, they come across my content. And so now I'm connecting with people who aren't already subscribers, who don't already know me. So it's a new community. Thanks for the hearts. Hey, thanks. Thank you. Love it. I appreciate it. But here's a little nuance of the raw and real. A little nuance to all this. As much as we don't like the AI generated BS that's out there because we get fooled by it because it's getting so good, here's what's coming down the pike. There's going to be about 100 billion new AI generated personalities out there. People that we aren't going to be able to tell that they're real. And so as much as we don't like it, we need to adopt the fact that it's going to be, and it's going to be a reality of our future. So we definitely need to learn how to work with it, acknowledge that it's real, that we're going to be dealing with it, and we're going to have to use it as a tool either for us or as a tool to help in our life and our business. And there's no reason to be fighting against it totally. There's going to be AI generated personalities and people. And in the past, you could kind of decipher and you could kind of ferret out, well, that's AI, that's BS, that's not real. That blurred line is going to be, we're going to be less able to decipher that in the future because it's getting, in the next 24 to 36 months, from what I'm learning from people, it's going to be harder and harder to decipher that this is a real person. They're already out there. I was watching some recent videos where they were showing me somebody on YouTube, and this was a fake person. So it's just going to scale, you know, bigger and bigger. There's going to be more and more fake people out there putting out content. So as much as we crave authenticity and real people and real things, we're going to have to become more comfortable with the fact that the fake people are going to be more and more prevalent in social media, in advertising, people that we're listening to and that are talking to what we're interested in. A lot of times they're going to be fake because they're going to be able to go 24 hours, 7 days a week, as opposed to a real human. So as much as we want to fight against that, it's like fighting against the internet when it first came out. It was fighting against tractors when they first were in use. It's going to be the advent of technology going forward. So we need to work with it. How can I use this? How can you and I go forward and use this? And so that was just something I was gleaning today from Gary Vaynerchuk is a guy who I follow. And if you haven't followed him already, he came out with a book many years ago called Crush It. He's kind of a social media guy. If you're already familiar with him, you know what I'm talking about. Good morning, everybody. Glad you're here on the channel. Glad to be talking with you. Another thing that I learned from him, which is something I'm in the process. It's not an automatic change of thinking, feeling, and doing. Sometimes it's a process of, we have to habituate new thinking patterns and behaviors. And, they don't happen overnight. So sometimes we have to, through spaced repetition, learn how to do these things. But what the guy I was listening, actually it was several different people who had the same message I was paying attention to, which was this. And I'm guilty of this. This is one of my problems, my vulnerabilities, is I put a lot of weight. When we put a lot of weight on the cheering, that people that cheer for us, right? And I had some positive feedback recently, and I often talk about how when I have a positive impact on somebody else, how that's like $1 million to me. That's also a reminder that I'm putting a lot of weight on people's feedback that I'm getting as to what I'm doing. I'm putting a lot of weight on that. So here's one of my faults that I need to work on. If I'm putting too much weight on the cheering, right? I put too much care and thoughts on what people are saying and their opinions and judgments of what I'm putting out there. If I'm putting too much weight on the cheering, that means I'm going to put a lot of weight also on the booing. And that's something that we can't really let affect us in a way. We can't put that much weight on the booing. And so I'm learning to appreciate the cheering. I'm appreciating positive feedback. I'm appreciating the folks who give me, feedback that says, hey, your content had a positive impact on me. So I'm appreciating that. I'm very humbly appreciating it, but I'm not going to put so much weight on that, because then I'm going to put weight on the booing. And we don't want to put weight on the booing. And so a different philosophy that I'm learning over time to adopt is this. And let me know if this resonates with you. If someone takes the time to go to someone else's platform, because I can never see myself doing this, right? Taking the time to go on somebody else's platform to try to make a comment to hurt somebody's feelings, that has no effect on us. We have to get to that point. And we have to look at it this way. Those people are coming from a place of big hurt. I mean, can you imagine the type of life internally that they're living, that they take the time to go to someone else's platform to try to hurt their feelings by something they say? And so it's all about them and not about us. And I'm talking to myself, right? To remind myself, it's really about them. If someone's throwing slime on me or, hateful comments or trying to hurt my feelings, that's got to have no effect on me. I got to detach myself from that. So I have to detach myself from giving too much weight to the negative feedback of others. That's going to happen. At the same time, I want to continue to be appreciative of you, positive comments, people who actually take the time to go to someone else's platform to leave a positive comment. And so that says a lot about who you are and about who I am, about who we are as a community. And so I want to give more weight to appreciation rather than putting more weight and letting a negative comment affect me, realizing it's more about them and feeling sorry for the place that they are in their life, that they take the time to go to someone else's platform just with the intent of trying to hurt their feelings. And of course, we don't want to be in a position where we would give that power away. So no one can affect our emotions or our feelings unless we give them that permission, which I'm not going to do. I don't want you to do it. But on the other hand, I have to say, growing up as a teen, if I wasn't so affected by, let's say, bullying, and somebody put out some bullshit the other day that I didn't realize was bullshit until I was listening to Adam Carolla respond to this. Really, people say, do not let anybody bully you anymore. Put a stop. Listen, you can't just say, I'm not going to tolerate bullying anymore. The whole point of bullying, especially when I was a kid, was someone is 50 pounds heavier than you. They're bigger than you. You're of a slight build. And for you to say, I'm not going to put up with this anymore, you have no power to do that. I had the power to say, okay, how do I get bigger? How do I get stronger? So in effect, though, that bullying caused me to focus on what I could do, which was get stronger, get bigger. And so in effect, that bullying at the time had a positive impact on me. So if at that time I was of the philosophy, I'm going to be detached from that having an effect on my feelings, it wouldn't have caused me to take the massive action that I did, which caused me to habituate training, physical training, weight training, getting obsessed with how do I get bigger, how do I get stronger. And over the last 55 years, those habits have served me in a big way, health-wise, energy-wise, vigor-wise. But you don't know that when you're 15, 20, 25, or 30, 35, because you don't see the results of it. But now in my circles, some of them that I hang around with, I hang around some circles. For instance, yesterday in my tennis culture group, right, I was playing with people of 70 years of age, 65 years of age, 55, but they were definitely in an aging group. Mentally, their age was probably 100, and it was just, and physically, sometimes we don't see the steep decline in health, vigor, energy until people hit that 65 year, and then there's a sharp decline. Boom. I see it all the time, especially in my tennis group, a lot of them, I see sharp decline. Doesn't have to be that way if you habituate a routine of movement throughout your day, weight resistance, weight-bearing exercise, which is going to help us maintain bone density, and it's going to help really release free testosterone, and you can maintain and grow muscle in your 70s, 80s, and 90s. However, our self-image of what happens to us when we're 65, 70, 75 has a self-fulfilling prophecy aspect to it. Hey, how are you? Your level is not low, but you know what? As long as you understand 80%, you're doing great. Thanks for checking in this morning. I appreciate you. Hey, appreciate everybody, chiming in. Thanks for stumbling across my content. Hey, listen, it's all, I'm addicted, and you should get addicted too if you're not already, to always learning new things, because it causes us to constantly be growing. If we're not growing, we are dying, and it's good to realize that dying does not happen in the future. It's happening on a continuous basis. There's a part of us that is dying every minute, every day, and so we're in a constant process of this. And so when we're aware of it, we can live more fully in the present, because what we have is right now, and we have today, only today. The past has been gone. We can take the wisdom and lessons learned from yesterday, bring them forward to today, and that's very important. That's what I talk about, and that's what I like to learn about, and that's what I like to share on my platform and platforms. It's fun, exciting, I like doing it, and so I do it for the right reasons, not for things to go viral and to gain more numbers. It's good to pay attention to the analytics. I mean, if you want to grow your channel, that's one of your goals, to grow your area of influence, then you want to pay attention to the numbers, but we really can't let it affect us too much. Go forward as you learn things, put it into practice, pay attention to the feedback, and make adjustments thereof. One of the secrets to life. All right, everybody, I appreciate you stopping by here. Hey, I love you. Hey, put out some love, man. If you wanna feel love and get love, put it out there. If you want great friendships, become a great friend to other people. If you want to have great energy, hey, start putting energy out there. You know, our attitude towards life is going to determine life's attitude toward us. It's a boomerang effect. It's real. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not is really up to you and us and up to me. And hey, I appreciate that you're here. I'm actually going into the gym. I've habituated exercising on a regular basis continuously over the past 55 years. It's very easy now that I've habituated it. It's very hard for me to take a lot of time off. And so I realize the value in recovery time, but also I realize that even if we're recovering from hard weight training, we can still move throughout the day, and how valuable that is, and how much the mind body is connected. They are one community of cells, and we have to realize mind body connection. Well, we don't have to, but if we're smart, we realize it and we go forward, and our life is going to be so much more fulfilled if we operate in a paradigm shift of those thoughts. And not everybody's going to do it. You're going to be part of the 1%, believe me. Just take a look around you, and you're going to see a lot of stupid people, miserable people. You can actually tell by the look on their face how miserable and how poor in attitude they are. And you and I are rich in gratitude because we have an attitude that really humbly appreciates the love and positivity that we experience in our life. Why? Because we're of that higher vibration. We are of the frequency that says, hey, we have an attitude of gratitude. We realize how our thoughts affect ourselves, our health, our wealth. And so we have focused our attention in the right places. That's why I'm glad you're here. And I get fired up when I start talking about this stuff. So I start talking way too fast. Hard to understand me. I know it because I've checked on my own recordings and realized, geez, you're talking so damn fast. How can anybody understand what you're saying? But I'm not going to deny the passion that I've become, in a habit to express. And when I do it, I connect with other people on the same frequency, on the same vibrations, and it creates deeper, more meaningful relationships. And that, at the end of your life, is going to be something that is more valuable than money or material things. Hey, thank you from Russia with love. I love you. Hey, all right. Be happy. Move forward. Do life better. I couldn't have said that better myself. Listen, learn, go forward, do life better. We're still in the game. I look back and reflect. Sometimes instead of boredom, I'm reflecting. Oh, I get an opportunity here not to be bored. I get an opportunity to reflect. Oh, man, those three guys, Danny Coyle, Tom Cook, Jerry Forsyth, these are real people in my high school days that I was great friends with. They're already dead. They've passed on. I'm still here. I'm still in the game. What would they want me to do? Would they want me to just lay down and die right now? No, I'm still here. And we're going to be remembered for how we made people feel while we were alive. And so, hey, if you're still in the game, do what my friend here, what is it, Matt? I can't even say it. I guess they're hi from Russia. You give really smart things. Be happy, move forward, and do life better. Listen, there's never been a greater time to be alive. I was alive when I was making movies with my Super 8 movie camera, okay? I was making content at 16 years old, and I was getting that developed, and then I would play it on my movie projector. And so I was having fun creating things on film at 16 years of age in my small little town, showing them on my movie projector and affecting my family and my neighbors and my friends in my little town. And now we can create content that gets shared to the world for free. It costs nothing. Turn your camera on and you want to affect somebody in a positive way, you can do that now for free. You're a singer and you want to have a platform to sing and reach the world, and you want to cry and moan, I can't get on American Idol, turn your damn camera on, start singing, and you can't believe the effect that you're going to have on people. It's going to be pretty amazing. But look what my friend from Russia said. Hi from Russia. You give really smart things. Be happy, move forward, and do life better. There's no greater sentiment than what my friend from Russia just said. And it's a prime example. I'm putting something out there in the world, and he's receiving it in Russia. Now, my good friend Bob Proctor, who's passed away, said, nothing is either destroyed or created. It's just always been there. We just haven't known how to do it. So now I can put something out in the world, and simultaneously someone from Russia can receive it. And that's something that's always been available. We just didn't know how to do it. Nothing is either created or destroyed. It's always been there. We just have to learn how to do it. And so now I'm on the same frequency. I'm on the same vibration as my friend from Russia. And because we connected, because we're on the same frequency. So get yourself on a higher frequency, a higher vibration. And however you have to do that. You know how you do it? By thinking. Thinking is going to affect your feeling, which is going to create vibrations in your life, and you're going to magnetize to people and circumstances on the same vibration. It's a real thing. Not everybody's going to adopt that philosophy or those beliefs, but when you do, your life will start changing. And if it's not automatic, it will happen over time. And so, all right, everybody, I'm getting in the gym. All right, thank you, my friend from Russia. I appreciate you. I'm going to talk about you the rest of the day. My friend from Russia who said, yes, learn, move forward, do life better. All right, everybody, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Be part of this community. Join the group. It's not an easy crowd because I like to do hard things. I get more fulfillment out of life when I, on purpose, do hard things. I create hardship on my own. I don't let the world do it. And that's the paradox. When you do hard things, life becomes easier. When you go the easy route, life becomes harder. All right, everybody. I'll see you in the next video because I know you're going to be there.